Hey everybody, it's the world's hairiest cheerleader here again. Want to say thank you for sticking with me and continuing to watch. I've really enjoyed doing these, and they've really helped. Was mentioning it to my therapist this morning about the series and what I've been doing and how good they've been for me. And I hope every once in a while somebody gets something out of them. We also talked about coping mechanisms there, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today is some of the coping mechanisms I've come up with, and one of the big ones for me. And that is, I actually named that nagging voice, the one that counters all the good arguments I have, and the ones that said, yeah, but your friends are going to say this, and they're going to say this, and it's going to be awful, and you're going to have a fight, and, that starts that doom spiral conversation. And I've just started calling it bad brain. I know, simple and lame, but it has helped me immensely in fighting against it. I've personified it, I've named it, I've given it an identity, and it's now something I can fight against. I can now treat it as an other. It's not me. Yes, I know it's still me, but I can rail against it, and I have, for lack of a better term, I have an enemy now. Or some guy that's just being a jerk, and I know it's going to pass. He's going to get it out of his system, and then all will be good. And that really has helped quite a lot because, now it's not some formless thing in the back of my head. It's not some just train of thoughts. I can attribute it to something, or as I'm calling it, someone, and I can argue against it. And that's helped me, like I said, it's helped me tremendously. Because, once I've identified, I can plan against it. I can recognize when he's there. I can, formulate a plan to deal with it. And it gives me back the power. It gives me control over it. I'm not just fighting against myself, and that kind of, it's kind of simplistic, but for me it helps. It helps giving me a target. And I've noticed that when I start addressing those thoughts as, bad brain being a jerk, I can talk myself out of it. I can work my way out of that funk a lot easier than just letting it run rampant. And I found that helps with a lot of different things. It's like, when, those nightmares that once you understand why you're having the nightmare, you can kind of confront it. And it helps take away some of that power from the nightmare and gives it back to you. That's the best way I can think to put it. And, find a way to name it yourself. I would avoid naming it from actual people. I mean, as tempting as that may be, you're going to slip up one day and you might assign the wrong personification. But, whatever you choose to do, you're the one in power. And you have control over it. To a degree. Like I said, this is what worked for me. I always recommend talking to a professional if you have that ability, if you have that option available. But don't don't keep that bad brain to yourself. Find somebody you can talk to. There are others going through what you're going through, and they're here to help you. They care about you. I care about you. Like I said before, I may not know you, but I love you, and that's a big thing. So listen to me, don't listen to me. It's all good. I'm just kind of trying to share what I've found works for me, and it's a great way to help me get it out there. Because if I can get it out there and talk about it, I'm taking back the power. I'm taking back control. That's my bad brain, and if you see me referring to it as bad brain, you'll know why and what the story is. So thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate all your time. Again, any comments, please leave them below. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And as we get into the holiday season, I know it's going to get a lot rougher for some. It does. It sure does for me. Reach out. Let people know. And if you're noticing that friends are quieter than normal, or you haven't heard from them in a while, don't be afraid to reach out to them too. It goes both ways, and I think everybody really wants to help everybody else. Sometimes we're just afraid to take that first step. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. Thank you all very much, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.